Anderson Tuftex and Shaw Floors are excited to bring you the Pet Perfect promise. Your customers can have the certainty of cleanliness and long-lasting beauty for the carpet of their home with ultra-durable Pet Perfect. Of course, the brands have differentiated styles and designs, but the pillars of the Pet Perfect promise are the same. Backed by a 20-year warranty with high-performance carpet designed for the ultimate in easy clean, featuring built-in stain protection, advanced fade and bleach resistance, easily releases hair for vacuuming. That is the Pet Perfect promise. All right, so we are here today to talk about Pet Perfect. But before we begin, I really wanted to start by just having you introduce yourselves to the audience, and we'll start with you, Jim.
Hey, thanks, Teresa. Hi, my name is Jim Mannis. I'm the National Director of Shaw Total Care. I've been with Shaw over 25 years. I came from the cleaning and inspection industry, and really happy to be here talking about what I think is the most innovative product that Shaw offers today, Teresa.
Awesome. And Sean?
I'm Sean Bissayon. I'm an IICRC instructor, an owner of a cleaning service business that has multiple cleaning trucks and the actual maintenance of these products. I teach and certify cleaning specialists all over the world. I deal with the largest building service contractors. I deal with airports, universities, schools, churches, and setting up programs for how to take care of their products and keep them looking great for long periods of time. Instructed thousands of professional service flooring specialists to be better about what they do for the consumers.
Wonderful. Really, when you look at the whole Pet Perfect or pet industry, we know that today 70% of consumers own a pet. And that number even increased during the last 2 years. And then we also know that the industry spends $100 billion on their fur babies. $100 billion. So when we talk about Pet Perfect and being that ultimate solution for the consumer, we talk about aspects of it has the best warranty, it has fade and bleach resistance, it's easy to clean, it's durable, it's high performance, all these wonderful things, right? But to the heart of it is Pet Perfect is Anso high performance carpet. Regardless of its high performance nylon or high performance PET, the promise is the same.
Really, it's been about maintenance since day one. Maintenance, performance, beauty, durability, all of that are very important. But when we looked at bringing a new fiber, let's say, into the Anso family of fibers, it had to meet a certain level of criteria. So let me talk a little bit about why it's different, Anso high performance. So when we took a look at how do we engineer a fiber that's going to perform and be able to earn the Anso badge, the Anso brand, if you will. So fundamentally, we start with fiber shape. We go from a traditional trilobal shape into more of a modified delta. You know, the primary takeaways here are going to be the shape of the fiber, the way we heat set and twist the fiber, and then of course our proprietary dye technology. I know you spoke about that, bleach and fade resistant. It's huge when we talk about pets and just different things that happen through life. So when you take those 4 metrics, I think really make up the majority of what the customer is going to feel and see about this particular fiber platform. And so high performance PET in the new Pet Perfect line.
So we're saying that regardless of fiber type, it's fade and bleach resistance. We're saying because of the delta shape, it's giving us a stronger fiber, stronger structure, higher twist. That's all great, Jim. Sounds great. But really, what does that mean? What have we done to really prove the fact that it's high performance?
I asked independent counsel here to really evaluate this fiber, and I invited him, Mr. Sean, to do his worst.
You handed us a product and introduced it to me as a PET.
I did.
And nothing else about it. This is something new, it's different. And I said, I've heard this before.
Okay.
I've been given this by other makers before. I've been told these stories. I've been asked to take care of it after they delivered it to the customer and make it right because we've made it should be able to clean. And
Did I give you any guardrails?
nothing.
Okay.
No, you said, here, Sean, do this. You didn't say, hey, be careful, stay within stain resistant fiber type compliance. You said, do what you want. What we were surprised about is that after 40 and 50 cleaning cycles that we destroyed that carpet with, is that it continued to lift. It continued to pull back up again. It didn't lose its twist. It wasn't tip bloomed out at the top of the fiber like I have seen so many polyesters and low face weight fibers before from other manufacturers included that, hey, what do you think about this after it's already been in the market?
And this was a lower weight product, correct?
Yeah, it was
25 ounce.
something I'd expect to see in a cheap apartment.
Okay.
You know, somewhere where it was not gonna, that's gonna fall over, we're gonna replace it sooner anyway. And we were blown away as not just me, but all the other cleaning professionals that were putting high pressure steam cleaning and high alkaline and rotary things and things you would never have said, okay, that's okay with. And we went way far over it. That product, we then took that into our shop and continued to drive over it for the next 5 years that I have in my facilities today, that we drive our plow over and our vans in every day. And I use it for training today to show how well it continues to perform in abuse.
So as I listen to both of you, really, I'm listening to what our consumer insights have told us, right? Which is they want a product that's durable and easy to clean. That's exactly what you just mentioned. And again, when we look at Pet Perfect, it is the ultimate solution. And we want to make sure that when a consumer is going to our products, is that they're driven by beauty and design. And then they have a product that they know that they can really depend on. So you have a product, regardless of fiber, has the same warranty, has the same promise, the best warranty in the industry. It covers all pet stains, it covers stairs, right? So I think that's where the beauty of this product is creating that ultimate solution and making sure that regardless of brand, and they're going to the retail showroom floor, they can find that Pet Perfect promise with either AT or shop floor.
You know, as a cleaner, I was impressed mostly that we were approached by a maker, the biggest maker of carpet, bringing it to us and saying, you know what, we're not going to give this to the consumer. We're not going to put this to the market until we've seen that outside our lab, this has actually been looked over, tested by the people that are asked to take care of it. And we'd never been hit downstream like that by any other one to this level. It was always in the market, and then what are you going to do about it? And now we got a chance to help innovate and be part of developing a product that was going to be there that we could then take care of and be responsible with. From fiber systems to the water spill-proof systems that are, you know, allowing spills to stay on the top of the carpet.
You can find Pet Perfect, and of course Pet Perfect Plus, which has that lifeguard promise, which keeps all spills on top. And you know, if it's blue, the spills don't go through.
Oh.
So I think that's something that people can remember. But again, it's the sum of all the parts that make it Pet Perfect. So with that, you know, we want to fast forward and say that we've done a lot of testing. We've sold a little over 300 million yards with a claim rate of less than nylon, which is surprising, but also is that high performance PET, not all products are made the same. And that's what we want to make sure that we are resonating. But even more, we've done a lot of talking. Don't tell me, let's show me.
Let's get some stains on this carpet and show how easily it does come loose.
All right, here we go.
Let's do it.
Coffee, check,
Ketchup.
check. Red dye number 40, always an enemy of most textiles.
Takes extra chemistry on every job I ever do on pretty much every carpet. Barbecue sauce, oily, greasy, nasty.
Very complex stain.
The tough ones, for sure, and I promise my clients it's not coming out, is mustard. It is. It's the turmeric, the mustard seed oil makes it almost where I would not ever indicate that's going to be removable in the carpet. Now, we've only really just kind of laid them on the top. Red wine, it's a big one for us. I mean, it's on there. We're saying we're using oxidizers. We're going to have to use special chemistry, but in this case, with this Anso high performance PET, I'm not really worried about it.
All right. Well, you said lay on top, so what if I were to come in here and kind of really grind it in like real world? Are you worried about that?
Nope.
You
Get it in
sure?
there. Yep, bond it around. Let's get it in there a bit better.
Okay.
Yep, let's make it a little tougher. You know, I've done this where we have baked it into the carpet in the sun in 30 and 40 frequencies of having to redo this and do it again and again,
Now,
and it has responded.
should I grind in the mustard?
Get it in there. Let's not make it too easy. Let's show that it comes out. We'll probably have to use a little extra help on some of those, but that's normal. I can get it out with some help, whereas in normal situations on other types of carpets I've worked on, it's in there and it's staying in there.
What if I mix this?
Oh, now you're, nice job, Jim.
Sorry.
Coffee, hot
Really?
coffee.
Well, with cream
Oh.
too, so it's a complex
That's
stain.
all right. Scrub it in there. Get it in
Notice
there.
how that just likes to sit right there on
It
top,
does.
So isn't that cool?
Oh, that must be the built-in stain technology you keep telling me is baked into this carpet.
Baked into the cake, my friend.
All right,
All right.
let's get it cleaned up.
Now, what would happen if we let this sit for hours on end?
Well, knowing what I've done is I've repeated this. I've baked it into a carpet, literally underneath the Las Vegas sun in a hot parking lot. I am not worried about a simple experiment like this coming back up again without a problem. So I think repetitive, letting them sit there, dry out. Actually, the truth is, letting it dry
Makes it
pushes
come
it
up
from.
easier.
It makes it come easier
It
in
sure
a lot
does,
of cases.
because the water's gone.
But if it happens, the impulse is blot it up, get it out of there, and frankly, try to limit chemistry. Use just water, and that's what we're gonna focus on today.
So we're using just water.
Yep.
No chemistry, first try, see what happens.
hot water, and we're gonna rinse out what comes out. Some of the spotting agents have gone into the fiber, so it has developed a stain. You know what a stain is?
Stays in.
It stays in, S-T-A-I-N, stays in. And we may have to go after a little of that with some gentle chemistry. Okay. We don't need anything fancy, don't need any crazy high pH alkaline oxidation, weird chemistry, where often bleach is necessary, or a bleaching type product can be necessary on things
Well,
like
you never
mustard
use
and
bleach
wine.
on carpet though. We gotta make sure you're clear
We
on that.
don't
Never,
use
ever,
don't
ever.
use bleach on carpet.
All right, let's do it.
If you could get the machine going, we're just using a simple hot water system which sprays water out and evacuates it back up. That easy. Wow, that one wasn't hard. You know that accident that happened over there? Really not a problem. Even a little extra heat, get that creamer out of there. Not a problem. It looks like your shoe trafficked a little mustard over here, Mr. Jim.
Sorry about that.
All right, well, let's go after the red dye that was in this fruit drink, this sports drink that was there. Yep, couple passes, just water. And oftentimes our barbecue sauce and ketchups have varieties of dye. One day I can get a ketchup spill out, and the next day it stays in because of, I don't know, tomatoes aren't always the same color off the vine. So I can tell you manufacturers use different amounts of food coloring seasonally, and sometimes they're easier, sometimes they're not. That one might take a little extra with the oils.
All right.
So we'll come back on that one. Now we're gonna hit our barbecue,
Lots of sugar in barbecue.
sugary oil. Make it bond and marinate into into the beef, the meat you're putting it on. So we're gonna have to use a little chemistry on that one, I believe. And I'm gonna go ahead and hit this mustard stain, which I do predict stays in as a stain, and see if it starts to respond. So you've got the Shaw product there. That's a basic, nothing too fancy, but also not gonna hurt and leave soiling, icky stuff that's gonna stain it. Nice.
Smells great too.
And then on this guy, which is wine, which in most every situation we come across, we almost just say it's not coming out to the customer up front, under promise and over deliver with as a professional carpet cleaner. But in this case, even majority of that without any help of any extra chemistry has taken that out. Now, once all this happens and we rinsed all of the preliminary spotting off the fiber, you know, one of the big things we often have to deal with is consumers grabbing everything underneath the kitchen sink. And by the time we get there, we don't find spots, spills, or stains, we find white spots on the carpet.
Stain remover.
It's not carpet stain remover, and Shaw has told me, I don't work for you guys, I'm telling you, they say don't use bleach on their products. However,
never.
they have told me that this product has engineered things in its system of colorants and everything else fancy about it. It's built in that it is resistant to the abuse that might happen.
Let's see.
Throw it on there. I'm not gonna think I'm gonna see much react of color loss, because having done this, we've come across that just the light treatment of the oxidation chemistry, which normally in many situations on other fibers.
Well, Sean, wait a minute. That's just disappearing right before our very
it's going
eyes.
away. I mean, we have oftentimes had to bring in complicated things like UV lights to accelerate the reaction of the oxidation, but it wasn't
I can't even see it anymore.
It's not even there. I don't even know what I'm working on. They're gone. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
Let's rinse that out and be done.
Be done. Now, one of the real attributes that I've been come across as I've gotten lucky enough to be involved in testing these carpets and their performance alongside of the fiber producers and the mills has been, you know, the fact that spills, spots, and animal accidents, frankly, go down.
They do.
And they go down to the back of the fiber, they go through the backing systems, and they end up
In the pad,
in the
subfloor.
in the subfloor. And we're not talking about a spill, we're talking about an animal accident. We're talking about not just, you know, a little small dog or a small
Like
animal.
how much liquid are we talking about?
Well, frankly, how much liquid? Well, let's just say we'll emulate that.
That seems like, how, you know,
It's pretty wet. I mean, this is sloppy wet that got on there. An animal, hot water has just spilled on there. It's quite a
what
bit.
about if we put a little bit more? Let's say we had a larger pet,
Maybe a sink overflowed out of an area, or
like a plant maybe?
a repeat offender perhaps.
Like that?
That's quite a bit. I think we're there.
You sure?
Let's stop. All
Sure.
right. Let's clean up what you just made of a
All
mess.
right, I'm very sorry.
And I think one of the big points we need to make is that as much as that showed it stayed on the top of the carpet, I think we need to show a clear illustration that it didn't go through. And
How are we going to do that?
well, we've actually placed something underneath this carpet area to show a sign that it got wet. We've got some brown craft paper that if it got moisture through this, it would show it pretty clearly.
Okay.
Let me just get it off the top of this carpet first.
And you want to take a look to see if it went through?
Let's take a look and see if it made its way back
You
there.
want to leave the machine running, or are you that confident?
I don't
Okay.
think we're gonna need this anymore.
Enough said. Let's take a look.
Nothing. Nothing through. The stuff works, man.
So I just want to make sure, Sean. So if there were water that went down, it would show really quickly.
Yeah, if moisture had gone through this,
It's
we
gonna
would have
show?
seen immediate moisture. It would have soaked in, darkened this, and nothing transmitted through the LifeGuard blue backing system that's spill-proof, keeping. Now, it's not
Lifeguard
intended.
spill-proof technology.
It's not meant to keep a carpet from a water damage situation being flooded through and on, but it's for the spills, the accidents, the pet problems that have happened, and it keeps that from going through into the back and the subfloor and in the cushion and causing surgery to have to be done instead of just surface clean. It keeps the soiling on the top. Now, everything stays where the homeowner or the cleaner can actually get to it.
And like Teresa said, life's hard enough. Why not have a product that serves you and really is easy to maintain?
You know, over the years that I've been able to be involved with Shaw and helping be an outside partner with you guys to help working on these products and seeing what they do, you know, it's been exciting being involved in a process to make something better for the consumer, for the long term, for the long-term turnover in apartments and homes where accidents happen. They do, and at least now there's something to stop it.
Now that we've walked you through Pet Perfect, I want us all to be really confident to know what the Pet Perfect story is and the promise, which is we have the ultimate consumer solution. We have the why, we have the technology, we have the best-in-class warranty, and you need to go out there with confidence to know that we have the most durable, easy to clean fiber in the industry. So go out there, tell our story, show them why, and be proud, because once you have the Pet Perfect promise, there's nowhere else you need to go.